before we get into all the details of how to do this thing that I'm calling the tornado drift, I should say this. You're not just going to be able to do this after like 10 or 15 minutes of trying. I'm a really slow learner, but still, I've been doing this for like 30 minutes a day for maybe the past week, and I'm still not near as good as people like Justin and some others who are doing it. But as you can see from the intro, I've improved a ton every single day that I've tried it. Again though, I'm kind of slow. In order to really learn mechanics like this, you need to do them until your hands hurt. Like until you feel like you can't tell the difference between your hands and the controller anymore. It's all just like one thing. Oh, and your eyes need to be watering like crazy too. That's really important. Actually, in some ways, the point of this tutorial is maybe to help you skip some of those steps that I went through. The point of this video is to sort of give you some of the information that I don't think has really been said in any other videos. Now, there's actually a few other tutorials on this, one by HELVETIAGAMING and another by this guy named SUGARYCOBRA. And that second one was actually really helpful for me. What I'm doing here is just kind of building on what they've said. I'm not original in talking about this. I'm definitely not the first person to do this. Obviously, the first time I saw this was actually on Justin's stream, and he like just does it so much cleaner than anybody else, at least that I had seen until recently. But yeah, so here's the basic idea. You're flipping your car sideways pretty much 1.5 times and then landing it on its wheels, and you're then balancing it there while boosting. Now, it sounds relatively easy, but I promise it is not easy. And in order to do this, you need to be able to both air roll and turn your car at the same time, just like the tornado spin. And that's actually why I'm calling it the tornado drift, because you need to be able to do the same exact thing that you do when you do the tornado spin, which is turn your car and air roll. And the only way to do that is to bind either air roll right or air roll left to one of your open controls. In my case, I've actually bound air roll right to X. And I'll put in my video description down below a link to one of my videos that actually goes over my whole control setup and why I think it's basically the best control setup that you can have. Anyways, what you're actually doing is flipping over like normal and then air rolling with that free air roll button. You're not air rolling with a normal air roll and turning, you're using the air roll right or air roll left. And you're also turning your car to sort of maintain this balance. There's different ways that you can pull it off, but what I like to do is get a good amount of speed, because speed is really your friend, and it's really easy to lose momentum. And so once you get going somewhat fast, then drift slightly before dodging sideways. You can also try flipping diagonally, that works too, and there's a bunch of different ways to do this, but this is how I do it. And then what I like to do is right at the end of the flip, before my car lands on the ground, I air roll and I also boost, and I turn my car to sort of land where my car needs to be. This is where it really takes a lot of practice, and you can't just think that because you hear what I'm saying, you'll be able to do it. You're gonna have to figure out what works for you. Now, here was my question after doing this for like 3 hours. How does Justin do it so cleanly? Like every time I was doing it, I felt like my car was hobbling and wobbling all over the place and shaking, and then it would just kind of fall down, while he was just like gliding around the field on his 2 wheels. And that's what I set out to figure out, and I think I figured it out. And I actually really got it after watching SUGARYCOBRA's video. He talks about how after you land, you're gonna stop doing everything but 2 things. You're only gonna boost, and you're only gonna turn your car with your analog stick. You're not gonna air roll with that air roll button, and you're not gonna hit the drive button. So if you keep hitting move forward or drive, your car will automatically pull itself down to the ground. And that's kind of what was happening to me. Like I said, it's gonna take a while for you to get this down, but here's a few things that actually really help me. The first thing is boost the entire time. Not just once you land, but during that flip or that dodge sideways. It kind of keeps it so that your car doesn't land hard on the ground after you flip, either diagonally or sideways. It kind of helps your car float after you flip, and then it just sort of lands softly, kind of like an airplane landing. Okay, the second tip is if you keep messing up constantly, just take a break and go try it again. Now this is true of literally every mechanic in Rocket League, but yeah, with this you'll be a lot closer when you actually come back after taking a short break, and it'll feel fresh again. The third thing is just listen to something that pumps you up while doing it. Like turn on some hip hop or something. That actually really helped me, and it kind of makes it more fun. All right, I hope you guys like this one. I've had a lot of fun working on this mechanic. I haven't done something like this in like forever, even if this is completely useless. Let me know if you guys get it figured out, or if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I or someone else who knows more than I may be able to help you if you have questions about it. Until next time, peace out.